I've been the caretaker of Oakwood Cemetery for 5 years. And I've grown accustomed to the silence and solitude that comes with the job. But there's something about midnight that makes the cemetery feel different. As I stepped out of my small cottage on the outskirts of the graveyard, the chill of the night air hit me like a slap in the face. The moon was full, casting an eerie glow over the rows of headstones that seemed to stretch on forever. I began my rounds, my boots crunching on the gravel path as I made my way deeper into the cemetery. The only sound was the creaking of old trees and the distant hum of a car driving by on the highway. I've always felt a sense of peace among the dead. But tonight, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. I checked the graves, making sure that none of them had been vandalized or disturbed. The names on the headstones were familiar to me, like old friends. As I walked, the shadows seemed to grow longer and darker, like grasping fingers. I stopped in front of a grave that was new to the cemetery. A young girl who had died just a week ago. Her name was Emily, and her grave was adorned with fresh flowers and a teddy bear. I felt a pang of sadness as I thought about her family, and how they must be grieving. But as I turned to leave, I noticed something strange. The flowers were arranged in a pattern, spelling out a message in bold letters. Get out while you still can. My heart skipped a beat as I realized that the message must have been written after dark, and that someone must have been in the cemetery with me. I spun around, but there was no one in sight. The wind picked up, and the trees creaked and swayed in the darkness. I tried to tell myself it was just the wind, but I knew I wasn't alone. I started to walk back to my cottage, my senses on high alert. But as I walked, I heard my name being whispered, over and over again. Caretaker, caretaker. The voice was soft and raspy, and it seemed to be coming from all around me. I stopped dead in my tracks, my heart racing with fear. And then, I saw her. Emily, the little girl, standing right in front of me, her eyes black as coal. She reached out a small hand and touched my face, and I felt a wave of icy coldness wash over me. I tried to scream, but my voice was frozen in my throat. As I looked into her eyes, I saw my own grave, with my name on the headstone, and the date of my death. Tonight, I was the caretaker, but I was also the next to die. And as the darkness closed in around me, I realized that I was not alone in the cemetery, and that I never had been.